be yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? You can derive it for a whole bunch of different things, but truthfully, I mean what I say. Simply be yourself. Whether it's you like rock climbing, video games, or you like long walks on the beach. Own it, enjoy it, enthrall yourself in it, and you won't be alone in that feeling, in that joy, in that weirdness, in that quirkiness. Now, I'm going to tell you a generalized life story of mine, and I hope that maybe you guys can derive something from it. I did not have many friends growing up. Most of them that I knew from school are either already long gone or completely forgotten, because I cannot remember their names for the life of me, but I remember their faces. I was not truly being myself in high school, middle school, or elementary school. Not for the most part anyway. In elementary school, when I did try to be myself, I was ridiculed, looked down upon, shunned, isolated from the other kids, and I just felt overall really bad about it. And to be honest, it was my fault, but I didn't know it at the time. There was this one kid that was in pre-K, and I was in kindergarten, and we were the best of friends. We'd always want to hang out with one another and play with the toys at the toy station, color in art in the art books, play cops and robbers. It was great. But of course, he's in pre-K, I'm in kindergarten. We weren't supposed to be in each other's classes. Technically speaking, we were like worlds apart, even though we were like 1 year of ages away, or 2 at best, at max. And yeah, one day they just stopped having those classroom like crossovers, and it sucked because that means I never got to see them again. I barely knew his name. He didn't know mine either, which is the funniest part. I don't even know if he remembers playing those, like, I don't think he remembers me at all. But I remember him after 20 plus years. That's crazy. Either way, that was elementary school. Middle school, it was worse. Everybody had their own established cliques, and they knew who their friends were at the time, even if they truly didn't know. Because friends, they come and go. But me, I was mostly alone, blissfully unaware of people and what they liked and what they disliked. It was to the point where I had a girl crushing on me, and I had no idea. I found out like last year, 2024, after thinking about it, I was like, oh, she was madly in love with me. And for what? I had no idea. I wasn't popular. I wasn't an athlete, wasn't a genius. I was just a quiet kid, minding his own business. She'd always go out of her way to hold my hand and hug me, get close to me, and I was just so sad, worried, scared, and insecure that she was just playing a trick on me. But she wasn't. Because to go that far is not normal. Maybe the first few times that could be considered a joke, because kids like to joke around, but to consistently do it is not okay. That is an indicator that there are feelings somewhere deep down that want to get out. And I denied them all because I didn't think that they were real. And I don't know if I truly do regret not going forward with her, but at the same time, I feel like I spared her the embarrassment because, again, everybody in middle school had something cool going on. I had nothing going on. I was just going to school, going home, playing video games, watching TV, sometimes going outside, but that was it. I never went anywhere farther than my neighborhood. Then we get to high school. Now, high school is a completely different ball game. Now it's starting to feel a little bit more like being in the outside world, even though in the grand scheme, it's not. College is where it's at. That's besides the point. I had nothing in high school. I was the nerdiest nerd, the geekiest geek I ever was. But people are still willing and down to talk to me and hang out with me. But every attempt that I made was blocked by the fact that, oh, I got nothing going on. I really shouldn't bother with this. And so I didn't. I remember just constantly being bullied and beat and harassed. And every time I brought it to a teacher or professor's attention, telling me to toughen up, stop whining, because it was either somebody from a sports team or somebody that had it good with the teacher due to, albeit their parents or the fact that they're related some way. I don't know. And I would mostly be by myself. And the pandemic didn't affect me because I was already feeling that isolation while I was going to school. And that was the most I've felt alone while trying to be myself ever. But then college rolled around. I had no reason to hide. I had no reason to pretend to be somebody that I wasn't, because I made friends. And to my surprise, they're still around today. There was no reason for me to hide myself because I knew what I was there for, to get my degree. Any and all other things are extra. And if I really didn't like a person, I didn't need to go to the class to see them. And if they weren't focused, well, that would be obvious to the professor. In the end, I won. I appreciate my homies. Shout out to them that go to the same college that I do. But in the end, I want you to know that it took me a while to get where I was. I wasn't always like this. But you're only going to be alone for as long as you allow yourself to be. I still am not that interesting. I still don't think I am. But don't deny yourself the right, the responsibility to make friends, because they chose you and it's up to you to choose them. So be yourself. Don't forget, there are people out there for you. There are people out there that care for you. I care for you. Have a good night or day.